Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all of you who are watching us live, and welcome back once again to this evening daily class of IELTS, which we have started in the month of October as well. We are continuing with these IELTS classes since the month of June. So, guys, before we actually start with today's topic, in fact, today we are going to look at listening, one of the sub questions. Yesterday, we had started with the listening module of IELTS exam, and I welcome all of you who are actually waiting for our video. And yes, just a small reminder before we actually start with the today's class. So the reminder is regarding the registration process. So this, small reminder is given to you before the start of or before initiating every class in every session. So yes, if you are new to this class, if you are joining us today for the first time, then this small reminder is especially for you. Please do not forget to register with us with the help of the link which is given in the description below. Why am I saying that? Because of that description link, you will be able to register with us for free, first of all. Okay, so firstly, you can register with us for free. You do not have to pay anything for the registration process. And secondly, you can avail a lot of perks, in fact 2 or 3 advantages out of that link. And the first advantage is that you can get in touch with our expert counseling team, who will be willing to help you regarding any question regarding any exam which you want to give. For example, you want to know something about IELTS paper, or if you're looking for some information regarding TOEFL exam or PTE or any such other exam like GRE, GMAT, a lot of them are there, right? So if you need any counseling or information regarding any exam, this is one of the best platforms, because you do not have to pay any single rupee or any single penny for the counseling session. Secondly, you can also avail the perk of downloading the free sample papers. Free sample papers are available on our landing page, on which you will land once you have registered with us. So that will directly take you to our page, IELTS page, the official page, where we have a lot of sample papers for you. So you can download them for free and get access to them, and you can practice, right? And all those papers have the sample answers as well, especially the reading and listening paper. For writing and speaking, we have given few of the answers and the format, okay, for you to consider. Now, before I proceed, please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is with the same name, Shiksha Study Abroad. Okay, you can see it on your screen as well right now live. So we are having these classes. We are continuing with these IELTS classes since the month of June. So June was the month when we actually started with these daily IELTS classes concept, and it went really well. It boosted a lot of confidence for so many people regarding the writing exam or a speaking exam, and they were also able to know a lot of tips and strategies about certain question types which come up in the reading and listening paper. All right, so these classes are happening every weekday, that is from Monday to Friday, and the time remains the same throughout the week, that is 5 to 6 p.m. All right, so this was just a small reminder and a small piece of information if you're watching us live or as a recorded video on our YouTube channel for the first time. So definitely this will be helpful for you. Now, proceeding with today's class, what will be the topic? The topic is regarding the listening module, and we are going to learn about matching questions. So yesterday, we took the listening module for the first time in this month of October, and we talked about multiple choice questions, which are also known as MCQs, okay, and which are one of the most crucial as well as tricky questions in listening exam. So in case you have missed out on those videos or that particular video which I'm talking about, then definitely you should register with us and get access to all the videos on our YouTube channel, because we have put in the past also a lot of videos, and so many views have been there, so many questions we have answered, related to IELTS exam for our IELTS candidates. So definitely, if you have anything in mind, please be there throughout the video till the end, because in the end of the session, I give my students some time to ask their questions, their doubts, their queries, and I answer them one by one. So in case you have any query regarding the IELTS exam or even related to today's video, you can put it down on the comment section after we have finished the PPT and finished learning from the session, right? Okay, so getting back to the PPT, learning about matching questions. Now let's read about it a little bit. What are matching kind of questions in the IELTS listening exam? All right. So matching questions are very common in IELTS listening exam. So expect to get one in your test. This type of question usually appears in section 1 and 3. I mean 1 or 3. So either one of them, in which the recording is a conversation between two or more people. The question will contain two sets of information and you have to match them. Now, what are the strategies and tips available for this particular kind of question? Let's go through it in detail one by one. So first tip which has been given here is analyze the question. So that is very important. Let's read about it. One of the biggest challenges with matching questions in the IELTS listening test is that they can be confusing when you first see them. So start by analyzing the question to make sure you fully understand what you have to do. Answer order. Now, in matching questions, the questions will be mentioned in order in the recording, but the answer options will appear randomly. So, this is one of the important tips. So, for our sample question, the speakers will first talk about the media studies, then women and power, and then culture and society, etc. The three decisions options as to whether or not to take each course could be heard in any order. Now, what are the synonyms and paraphrasing? What are the tips related to this? Let's read it. Synonyms and paraphrasing will be used extensively in the recording, and another good use of preparation time is to quickly think of some words and phrases that might be used to express the information in the question. This is very important, guys, because the third tip actually applies to every module in the IELTS exam. Everything would be paraphrased, so whatever words and phrases you're looking at in the questions, it would never be repeated. Okay, and you also have to make sure, especially in speaking and writing, we will also talk about it in the further upcoming weeks when we will be taking writing and speaking module in particular. Then also I'll be telling you how you have to paraphrase and what is the significance of synonyms and using certain uncommon vocabulary. What are the benefits of that and how can you actually increase your band in your IELTS speaking and writing? We will be talking about that in third and fourth week of October. So right now let's get back to the PPT and let's talk about listening. So fourth tip which I want to give you regarding matching questions is watch out for the distractors. Now what are these distractors? Let's talk about it. So the examiners will try and catch you out with distractors. A distractor is a word or a phrase that changes or corrects the original piece of information given. So you may be given an answer and then have it taken away again. Okay, so this can happen with you. You can encounter this kind of thing in your IELTS listening paper, so be aware of that. Fifth tip is writing the answer. So for matching questions in the IELTS listening test, you must write a letter for the answer, not a word or a phrase. So definitely there will be some options and letters given to you like A, B, C and D, and four answers will be given to you. So you do not have to write the exact word or the phrase written in front of the letter. You have to write down the letter because it will be mentioned in the instructions as well. Please write the letters A, B, C, D in front of 1, 2, 3, 4. So please do not write the word as the answer, write the letter. Even if you have given the correct answer but you have written the word instead of the letter which is being asked in the question, definitely it would be put as a wrong answer even if you're giving the right word. So please be aware of the instructions which are given to you ahead or above the questions. Please read them very, very carefully. Now, coming back to next step, sixth one, predict the answer. So what does that mean? In some questions, you may be able to predict some likely matches of information. This will help to quickly eliminate some of the possible answers. Okay, so prediction does actually do you good. Why? Because guessing the word or the phrase beforehand, it will actually ease out your difficulty for finding the correct answer. Now, seventh is guess if necessary. So my final tip is to never leave a blank space on the answer sheet. So if you miss an answer, take an educated guess. This gives you at least some chance of getting it right, right? So again, as I said, guessing the word would be very, very important for you, and it will help you to get the correct answer very, very quickly. Okay, now just a second. All right, moving on to how to answer on listening matching questions. This is very important, guys, because you need to learn, you need to know the steps and the strategies, how to actually follow everything and get back to the listening matching questions and how to actually attempt them, how to actually deliver the answer. So let's read about it one by one. To answer listening matching questions, you must follow the below steps quickly and carefully. Now, what are the steps? Step one, listen to the audio. So, of course, when you're doing a listening exam, you need to listen to the audio. So, it is very obvious, but yes, listen to the audio. What does it actually mean? Let's read about it in detail. So when you listen to the audio, make sure that there are no distractions, of course. So when you are practicing also, guys, at your place, at your home, or maybe in a tuition center or wherever for listening exam, please be very, very, attentive, very concentrative, because little bit of distraction will also just distract you from the whole process. And if you leave one blank as for the answer, then definitely the other would be ruined. So definitely for each of the blanks, you'll have to be very careful and very attentive to listen to all the answers carefully. Now, since the audio recordings for each section is played only once, definitely I'm sure if you are an IELTS candidate and if you're really, serious for IELTS, you're a serious aspirant of IELTS exam, then you must be knowing this, that in IELTS listening paper, the audio will be played only once and you cannot forward it or you cannot replay it. Okay. So since the audio recordings for each section is played only once, you must hear them carefully and understand its main ideas and factual information. So you don't have to memorize the exact words, but recollect them or synonyms while answering the questions. Now, step two, read the questions. So, in IELTS listening, you will get approximately 30 minutes and 10 minutes for transferring the answers. Just a second, guys. Yeah. And understand its main ideas and factual information. Okay, where were we? So take your time and quickly read the questions. So for matching information IELTS listening, you don't need time to read, a lot of information. All you have to do is to understand the question's intent. Now, step three is note down the keywords. Since the examiner looks for main keywords and detailed information like the speaker's opinions, attitudes, etc., you must note down the important keywords. This is very important, guys. Noting down the keywords and making your own notes, maybe on the paper itself, that's fine because you will be getting eventually an answer sheet to mark your answers finally. So you'll have to carry down the answers. You have to, write or transfer the answers from the question paper to the answer sheet anyway, especially if you're giving a paper-based test. On a computer-based test, you will not be given any 10 minutes extra. So I have revised and I have told you all these general tips and important factors about IELTS exam, even in the month of June when we discussed the whole IELTS paper in detail, every module in detail. So guys, go through those videos where I have discussed tiny bits about the IELTS exam, which will be very, very helpful for all of you. So definitely coming back to the third step, which is note down the keywords. So you can find them by knowing the purpose of an utterance. So why did something utter? You can actually carry down that self. For example, in the matching questions IELTS listening, if two people are talking about different types of hotels or guest house accommodation, listening to the hotel name, address, directions, timings, which is morning, noon, evening, whatever is going on, and so on. So once you listen to these kind of this kind of information, definitely you will be able to recollect some of the important notes actually. Now, step 4, make use of lexical resources, which is vocabulary. So lexical resources is a heavy big word. Please do not get afraid of it because it simply means your vocabulary. So lexical resources are one of the scoring factors in the IELTS listening exam. So update your vocabulary with less common words. When you make use of lexical resources appropriately without too many linking words and connectors, you are sure to impress the evaluators. So, in addition to that, don't try to use the exact keywords. Okay, so again, this particular tip or step applies to certain other modules of IELTS exam as well, like your writing and your speaking, where you are actually expected to give a lot of good words, lot of nice vocabulary, and lot of uncommon words coming out of your mouth. So that will definitely impress the examiner. Now, and yes, stop the repetition of words. That is a big no-no in the IELTS exam. So step 5 is make a solid chart. Now, what does that mean? Let's read about it. Since the information in the matching question type comes in an orderly fashion, make a chart and write down the keywords to avoid site tracking or misinformation. While practicing the IELTS matching questions, if you've missed out the flow, continue from where you left. Okay, so this is again one of the tips. Now, guys, I have a small sample question and answer for you. So basically, what I have done is I have copy pasted a question from the IELTS exam paper, one of the papers. Now, the matching question might look like this. For example, it has come in section 3 here for now. Okay. So this is an example question, questions 21 to 25. What does Jack tell his tutor about each of the following course options? Now, A, B, and C. What did he tell? He'll definitely do it. A. B, he may or may not do it. C, he won't do it. So these are the three options which have been given to you. Now you have to match one of these three options with the questions which have been given below. So the instructions are write the correct letter A, B or C. So always remember you do not have to write what is written in front of the letter. Like you do not have to write he'll definitely do it in the answer section. You have to write A, okay, if you feel that is the answer. Now, coming back to the instructions, write the correct letter A, B or C next to questions 21 to 25. So 21 to 25 you have to write down these three options, whichever you feel is the answer for that particular question. Now, again, one more important instruction which you cannot ignore at all. That is, you may choose any letter more than once. Now, guys, there will be some lines like these given to you in the instructions. That is why I tell you to read the instructions again and again, very, cautiously. Why? Because they are very crucial. Now, for example, if you miss out this line, you may choose any letter more than once. So you will think that, oh my God, there are only three options, A, B, and C. And now you'll have to match them with five options, with five questions. So how would you match three options which are given to you with five questions? Definitely few of the options will be repeated once or twice, right? That is why reading this particular sentence in the instruction is very important, so that you know in your mind that when you're matching these three options with these five questions, you know that definitely you're going to repeat one or two of them, again in five questions. So yes, that was the sample question. Now, once you have read the question, you have understood, you can practice it from the Cambridge books or a lot of books which I had given before also when I was teaching you IELTS in June. And I have given you the name of the books so many times, right? So guys, that was all from my side. We are finished with the today's session. It was quite crisp, quite short and nice. Why? Because I have not kept too much detail. I have just kept the important factors about the matching questions. So this is how I have taught you reading module also in the previous week. This week we will be covering up whole of the listening module, and then we will be proceeding with the writing and speaking module in the last week of October. So yes, as I said, please do not forget to register with us, and please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because definitely we have lots of videos for you there and you can get access to them for free. You just have to subscribe with us. Now guys, if you have any question, you can put it right now on the comment section. If not, then definitely you can put it later on also if you're watching this video as a recorded video and not a live one. Then please do not hesitate to put any query regarding the IELTS exam or any other query regarding the IELTS paper or today's class or any other video which you have watched so far from our YouTube channel. Please do not forget to write it down on the comment section, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay. So right now I'll be taking your leave, and thank you so much everyone who has been watching us live so far. Thank you so much for joining us live. We will be coming back tomorrow with a new subtopic in the listening paper, and we will be talking about a new sub question. Till then, keep revising your IELTS and take care. All right. Bye bye, guys. Take